It's really draining to feel neglected and ignored by everyone around you. Nobody listens to you when you speak. You're always talked over by others, and you're shoved away along with your opinion in matters that concern you. It really is horrible. Introverts have this problem, and chances are that you clicked on this video because you, like me, are one. But no need to worry if you felt that way. You're in the right place. Hello, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we will be showing you 10 ways to get attention from anyone. So, without further ado, let's jump right in. To start off, let's illustrate our first point with the help of an example. And what best example of gathering attention is Jim Carrey? So let's go ahead and start with Jim's most obvious gag, playing a character. Watch here how he tells the story of going out in public wearing disguises. Jim continues, and he finally takes his daughter to this concession stand inside the Cirque du Soleil, thinking that he pulled off his big disguise, and then this happens. So watch how the story he tells isn't particularly clever, but it's enhanced by the way that he embodies and exaggerates the facial expressions, the tone, and the mannerism of the characters that he plays.
Nice mustache, Jim! Hey guys, look, it's Jim Carrey, the fake mustache!
Moving along now to the next ridiculously easy to use tool, specificity. And I'm bringing Bill Burr in for this one because he doesn't do the over-the-top things that Jim Carrey does, but he's still a hilarious comedian. In part because he gets very specific when he starts telling stories and jokes. You see right there? He uses Walter Payton's name, and the specificity of this helps because he solidifies that ridiculous image in your head, even if you don't know who Walter Payton is. There's just something funny about being specific when you're cracking jokes. If Bill Burr had just said cookies, it wouldn't have been as funny. And if he said mint cookies, it would have been a bit funnier. But mint Milano cookies is super specific, and that adds to the humor. So when you're telling funny stories, remember that oddly specific details are your friend.
Where to go in the store? Like, where is the thing that is on sale? Where are those mint Milano cookies or whatever they have?
Watch now as Jim Carrey stays absolutely committed to the character that he's playing, and how the laughs start coming in only after a few passes at the same joke. If Jim had backed out halfway through and looked around sheepishly, he would have just looked dumb. You might have experienced this before. You start telling a story or a joke that you know is funny, but you're nervous because maybe you're in a group of people that you don't know so well. So you rush it, and by the end, people are just kind of confused as to why you started speaking in the first place. And then they just go back to resuming a different conversation. If you've done this, it's because you didn't stay committed. You bailed too early, and maybe your body language even apologized for what you were saying as you said it. Staying committed to a bit just a little bit longer can be the difference between the life of the party and just looking weird. Another trick is to follow an example of a character that is deeply admired by people and looked up to. Just look at Tommy Shelby from Peaky Blinders if you want some presence and respect. The first thing that you see from Tommy is that he has slow, relaxed movements. When he isn't physically fighting, he's almost never in a rush. For example, notice how slowly Tommy moves in this next clip, and how it instantly gives you the sense that he's above feeling intimidated talking to you. When you move slowly and comfortably in a situation where most people would be stressed, it shows that you don't feel scared or pressured. Tommy's ability to command respect in moments of conflict comes from the fact that he's not reactive to hostility. Notice how much confidence Tommy can project without even speaking. And being non-reactive shows you feel confident in your ability to handle whatever is happening. It's hard not to respect someone who keeps their cool in situations where most people would lose it. Here's another funny example of just how non-reactive Tommy can be. He researches his enemies. This is obviously an extreme example, and hopefully none of us will ever have to deal with trying to keep cool with a gun to our head. But it's a good example of how Tommy's non-reactivity projects confidence under pressure. Of course, the goal here isn't to fake that you're okay while freaking out on the inside. It's to cultivate a genuine, deep internal confidence. There's a second body language habit you saw that helps Tommy appear confident. Tommy is comfortable holding eye contact even during conflict. The one mistake you could make after watching scenes like this is trying to hold eye contact all the time, but holding eye contact during conflict can actually escalate the tension if neither of you is willing to break. So the goal isn't to never break eye contact, it's just to know what your behavior signals to other people. If you want to show you aren't intimidated, look down. If your priority is to de-escalate, and if you want to diffuse the situation without projecting fear or discomfort, you can hold eye contact for 3 to 5 seconds and then break to the side instead of down. Moving beyond body language, the next way you can command respect is by focusing on how you speak. The first thing you notice about Tommy when he speaks is that his word choice shows conviction, specifically when he talks about his plans for the future. He doesn't say "I hope to" or "I want to," but "I will." One more quick body language habit that you should steal from Tommy if you want to command attention, specifically in large groups: be as big as your audience. Scale up your hand gestures when you're speaking to more people. One of the most useful social tricks Tommy has is that he wields tremendous power over people using carrot stick motivation. Now, obviously we don't want to be threatening to murder children, so how on earth can you actually apply this to your own life? Well, let's say you want a raise or a promotion from work. A lot of people would just go in and say, "Hey boss, I've been working here a long time. I would really like a raise. Could I have more money?" Very focused on "I" and not very persuasive. How you could instead apply carrot stick thinking? You could say, "Hey boss, I feel like I could add more value to the company and play at a higher level. What would you need to see from me in the next 3 months to promote me?" Work with your boss to create a concrete list, then nail everything on that list. At the same time, go out and get other job offers in 3 months. You can show all the value you've created for your boss, the carrot, and if they back out from the agreement, you can tell them that you want to say, but you have other offers that pay more if they're unwilling to give you a raise. That's the stick. No murder of children involved. Similar to his slow, relaxed body language, Tommy also has a slow speaking cadence and uses pauses between words to hold attention. The pause is the moment when you're not speaking, but ironically, it's the moment you can pull people in. Tommy does this by pausing when you most want to hear what he has to say. You may worry that speaking slowly and pausing a lot will lead to people cutting you off. The way you could prevent this isn't by rushing to finish or giving up on your thought halfway through, but by continuing to speak in that same slow speaking cadence until you're at least finished your sentence. Watch this next clip as an example you can model for context. For context, that ticking in the background is a bomb. Now, there's one more important thing to cover when talking about why Tommy Shelby commands so much respect. He doesn't have to shout or raise his voice, because either he knows what you desperately want and can give it to you, or he knows what you desperately fear and can prevent it, so his quiet words carry massive weight. As an example, let's go back to earlier in that Chosen One scene when they first threatened Tommy. Tommy projects confidence because of everything we've spoken about so far in this video. But why he is able to be so calm and non-reactive under pressure is because he knows he's not actually in danger. Watch why. We hope you liked this video and were able to get a sense of understanding of how to attract attention. If you liked the video, please leave us a fat thumbs up. Consider sharing the video and subscribing to us so you never miss helpful tips like these again. As always, take care and goodbye. We'll see you in the next video.